Hey, so what we're going to get up to today is I'm going to give myself a little bit of a reality check and talk about how much I have in my makeup collection. Now, I'm not going to do a disclaimer and say that the YouTube is my job, because it's not. I've only been doing YouTube for less than a year now, and I certainly don't buy makeup for my YouTube channel. I buy it because I like it and I have a problem with how much I like it, and it brings me joy, and yeah, so we're going to get in and have a bit of a look at how much makeup I do have in my collection. And when I was counting up the numbers, it was quite surprising. And then I got this idea from Samantha March. So she did this a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh, I might do that. So we're going to get into it. The first thing we're going to get into is primers. I have 10 face primers, which isn't too bad considering I did have more, and as part of my Project Pan, I am trying to use up some things in my collection. So I have 10 face primers. Foundations, I have 14. I'm like, considering it's taking me, what are we in May? So we're in the 5th month and I still haven't gotten through the foundation I started with at the start of the year. I've got a bit of foundation to get through. But I keep looking for that perfect foundation, that one that's just going to look sweet and do everything I want it to do. And yeah, that's my excuse and I'm sticking with it. Face powders. So this is both loose and pressed powders. I have 13 of them. Again, getting through that is going to be a mission. Alright, concealers. This one shocked me because I don't use a lot of concealer, and you know, I'm not one that uses a lot of it and all over the place and things like that. But I have 21 concealers. And in those concealers, I didn't count, like, you know, I've got concealer palettes, and I just counted them as one. So I'm like, ooh, I have a few concealers. And I still haven't got through the concealer that I started with in my Project Pan. So I'm like, okay, that many of these things? I don't know. So eyebrows, I've got 20 products that are for eyebrows. So that's like our powders, our pomades, our gels, all of that kind of stuff. I'm like, whoa. Rightio. Eyeliners. I didn't realise how many I had. And I don't use eyeliner that much. I have 55 eyeliners. That includes my pencil liners, my glitter liners, my gel liners, liquid liners. But I have 55 of them. I don't use them. I'm like, why do I have 55 eyeliners? Rightio. Then I've got, where are we? Mascaras. Yeah, I have 18 mascaras. And I'm like, whoa. And I think there are about 6 of them that are open at the moment. So I don't need to buy any more mascaras. Now, a lot of them are samples, like, you know, little travel-sized mascaras, which is good because I just never get through them. And I'm like, so I have 18 of them. Rightio. Eyelashes. Again, not something I wear a lot, but I have 17 boxes of eyelashes. Some of those are multi-packs. And I'm like, okay. Alrighty. So I've got a few of them too. Then we get on to our eyes. I've got 25 cream shadows. I'm like, okay, so that's like our Stila Magnificent, so that's like our Stila Magnificent Metals, our Colourpop Supernovas, straight gel cream shadows. So I've got 25 of them. Then my single shadows. I started counting and I got around 100, and because I was just kind of going, yeah, about that. So I've got about 100 single shadows. That's including my Super Shock shadows from Colourpop. I'm like, oh God. So I have over about 100. I'm just going around that. That includes my pigments as well. So I threw them in with my single shadows. Then we get on to eyeshadow palettes. And I have 32 of them, which is, you know, not ridiculous, but a little bit excessive. So I'm like, okay, nice. Lip liners, 30. I'm like, rightio. I think it's telling myself I need to actually do a really harsh declutter and just go, you're not using these, get rid of them. Because crazy. Lipsticks. I have 45 bullet lipsticks, like traditional lipsticks, and 2 lip palettes. I'm like, okay. I don't wear traditional lipstick all that much. But I'm like, okay. And then I counted my liquid lipsticks. And I have 101. And I'm like, whoa. I love my liquid lipsticks. They get me all through the day at work. But I've got 101. And I decluttered my lipsticks only a couple of months ago. So I don't even want to begin to know how many I had before that. And then I have my lip glosses. So I'm not a big gloss girl. So I have about 8 lip glosses, I think. They kind of get mixed up in my liquid lips, but I think it's around the 8, 10 lip glosses that I have. Which is enough for when I do want to wear a gloss. That'll do. And then the last thing when I think about face is my setting sprays. And surprisingly, I only have 4. So I've been working through them as part of my Project Pan. So I'm going through them, so I'm not buying more. But I'm like, well, that's the one area that I go, maybe I could buy some more of. So then, because I'm a bit of a math person, a bit of a geek, I tried to work out maybe approximately how much my collection is worth. So I put an average value of $20 on each product. Because I've got like my Jeremy Scott MAC palette, which was $120, $150. And then, you know, I have things like my Colourpop lips that are, you know, when we're taking conversion, about $10. So I thought, oh, well, I'll give around about $20 mark for each product. So in total, I have 559 products that are counted in this list, which adds up to $11,180. Now this doesn't include my brushes, the stuff that I use in my kit, my special effects stuff, my tools, my sponges, things like eyeshadow primers, all those other little things that they kind of just weren't worth putting into a category. So the reality is that my collection is worth over $15,000. And I used to say that to people like, you know, I could buy a car with the amount of makeup I have. And I could, which is kind of crazy. But it's my hobby. It's the thing I love. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. And I'll still keep buying makeup. I'm trying to be more mindful of what I spend my money on now. And this actually helped. It kind of pointed out those places where perhaps I could add to my collection, but not places where I just need to step back a little bit and maybe not buy so much. But when it comes to liquid lipsticks and stuff, I don't know if I can commit to not buying any. But I'm going to try and slow down a little bit. If you liked this, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see a video like me to actually film what I have in my makeup collection, let me know down below. I'd be more than happy to film it. I'm not sure if anyone would want to see it. I love my makeup collection. It's not like, you know, the extreme, excessive, massive collections that the big influencers have, but it's also not a tiny collection. It's a big collection for one person that just loves makeup. So if you haven't already yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And as always, remember, be kind, be strong, and be a warrior. And I'll see you later. Bye.